Stolen moments, captured heart. Dr. Amelia Foster's life had always been one of order and precision. At 34, she was already a renowned archaeologist, her days filled with careful excavations and meticulous research. But on this sweltering night in Cairo, as she stood in her hotel room with a gun pointed at her head, Amelia realized that sometimes life had other plans. "Don't move," a low, husky voice commanded. "Hand over the map, and no one gets hurt." Amelia's heart raced as she slowly turned to face her assailant. She had expected a hardened criminal, but instead, she found herself staring into the most mesmerizing hazel eyes she'd ever seen. The man before her was tall and lean, with sun-kissed skin and a roguish smile that seemed at odds with the situation. "Who are you?" Amelia managed to ask, her voice steadier than she felt. The intruder's smile widened. "You can call me Zain." "Now about that map." Amelia's mind whirled. The map in question was her life's work, a chart she believed would lead to the lost tomb of Cleopatra. "I can't give it to you," she said, surprised by her own defiance. "It's too important." Zane's eyes sparkled with interest. "Ah, a woman of conviction. I like that." He lowered his gun slightly. "Perhaps we can come to an arrangement, Dr. Foster." The use of her name startled Amelia. "How do you know who I am?" "I make it my business to know everything about my acquisitions," Zane replied, his gaze traveling over her in a way that made Amelia's skin tingle. "And you, my dear doctor, are far more intriguing than any map." Despite the danger, Amelia found herself drawn to this mysterious man. There was an intensity about him, a passion that mirrored her own love for history and adventure. "What kind of arrangement?" she heard herself asking. Zane holstered his gun, seemingly confident that Amelia was no longer a threat. "I propose a partnership. You have the knowledge, I have the resources. Together, we could uncover secrets that have been buried for millennia." Amelia knew she should refuse, should call for help, but the prospect of working alongside this enigmatic man, of pushing the boundaries of her carefully ordered world, was intoxicating. "And how do I know I can trust you?" Zane stepped closer, close enough that Amelia could smell the scent of sandalwood and desert wind on his skin. "You don't," he said softly. "That's what makes it an adventure." In that moment, something shifted inside Amelia. The thrill of the unknown, the promise of discovery, it called to her in a way nothing ever had before. "All right," she found herself saying, "partners." The next few weeks were a whirlwind of activity. Amelia and Zane traveled across Egypt, following the clues on her map. With each passing day, Amelia found herself more and more captivated by her companion. Zane was unlike anyone she had ever met, charming and infuriating in equal measure, with a brilliant mind that challenged her at every turn. As they huddled together in ancient tombs and pored over hieroglyphics by firelight, Amelia felt the walls she had built around her heart begin to crumble. She told herself it was just the excitement of the hunt, the adrenaline of their shared quest. But deep down, she knew it was more than that. One night, as they camped under the stars in the Valley of the Kings, Zane turned to her with a serious expression. "Amelia," he said, using her first name for the first time, "there's something I need to tell you." Amelia's heart skipped a beat. "What is it?" Zane took a deep breath. "I haven't been entirely honest with you. I'm not just a treasure hunter. I work for an organization dedicated to protecting historical artifacts from those who would exploit them." Amelia sat up, her mind reeling. "But the gun, the break-in, all part of the cover," Zane explained. "We needed to make sure the map was real and that you were trustworthy. I never intended to steal it from you." Anger and relief warred within Amelia. "So all of this, was it just an act?" Zane reached out, taking her hand in his. "The mission was real, but this, what's happening between us, that's more real than anything I've ever known." As Amelia looked into Zane's eyes, she saw the truth there. The man who had first appeared as a thief had stolen something far more precious than any map or artifact. He had stolen her heart. "Where do we go from here?" she whispered. Zane smiled, that roguish grin that had first captured her attention. "Well, partner, I believe we have a lost tomb to find. And after that, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be solved." Amelia laughed, a sound full of joy and possibility. "Lead the way, my charming thief." As the first light of dawn broke over the desert, Amelia and Zane set out on their greatest adventure yet. The journey that had begun with a theft was transforming into something far more valuable, a partnership forged in shared passion, mutual respect, and a love that promised to uncover the greatest treasures of all. In the end, Amelia realized that sometimes the most precious discoveries are not found in ancient tombs or hidden chambers, but in the unexpected connections that change our lives forever. She had set out to uncover the secrets of the past, but along the way, she had found a future brighter and more thrilling than she could have ever imagined.